everyone, and welcome to Olsem Wanem. This week we feature part 2 of West New Britain Province, education, health and infrastructure, and the type of measures they are taking to improve service delivery in the province.
West New Britain Province consists of 2 districts, Cambrian Gloucester and Thalassia. Spread out between the two are 8 major tribes, Bakovi, which is the largest, followed by Nakanai, Lusi, Arwe, Unia, Maleo, Kalong and Mansang. According to the 2011 census, the population then stood at 242,676. But this has increased in the last 3 years, almost 300,000, due largely to the influx of people from other provinces migrating to the oil palm-rich province in search of employment opportunities. The township of Kimbe is also growing and remains the hub of activity, with all the necessary amenities and businesses from retail shops, banks, Kimbe General Hospital, schools, a market and the provincial headquarters. The newly elected governor, who is now considered a part of the Nakanai tribe, realizes the big tasks ahead of him. But Governor Muthuvel is determined to get the province back on track by implementing provincial plans that ensure substantial progress takes place within the next 5 years.
Me must talk thank you long. Government lo first time through lo give him also this kind support also DSIP na PSIP na LGSIP. Lo give him direct funding he come lo province, even though me come on time some strict guidelines na compliance way me suppose lo spend him 30% lo infrastructure na 20% lo education, 20% lo health na 10% lo agriculture economic activities, 10% lo law and order na 10% lo administration. Na West New Britain one big province in terms of population, in terms of landmass, me got close to 23,000 square kilometer, geographically, and it is a very challenging geographical terrain. Cost of service delivery, same all gata up inside lo country. NEFC working detailed study lo all this cost of service delivery, and I'll make him report. Me like put him appeal lo national government look lo this cost of service delivery also. Cost of service delivery blow Waro province, same Olsem lo West New Britain. So Mipla because also Mipla too maritime province. Entire Cambrian Gloucester electorate is staplo this maritime area. Na cost of delivery is really expensive and it's very challenging because lo geographical terrain. Na to lo population too. Also langpla time Mipla oklo ask him government lo this additional electorate. Even though Electoral Boundaries Commission make him report, itak also Thalassia electorate suppose lo got at least additional 3 open electorates. Na Cambrian suppose lo got at least additional 1 pla.
The governor is currently liaising with the national government to push for another electorate or district within the province to cater for this issue.
You got population over 40,000. And big population stop lo LLG tasolna service delivery really expensive. Some time me sympathize lo all open members too because big area lo yumi by look out him. So by hard. Na government too look survey na prime minister give him commitment lo implement him this recommendations below Electoral Boundaries Commission report so that Mipla got at least additional 3 this open electorate so whereby Mipla can brook him electorate na bring him service delivery also more effective. Na to lo in terms of funding too Mipla suppose lo because whatever you can argue lo talk lo also government by giving additional funding depend lo population and this but they are still following number of electorates. Suppose you got 2 open member, okay, 1 open member by kisim 10 million, na governor by kisim 5 million lo 1 open member. Minimum also, altu kisim 10, na me tu kisim 10. Suppose province also, East New Britain for example, you comparing. Alba got 4 open electorate, so provincial government by kisim 20 million. Suppose you go to Morabe, Alba kisim 45 million because you got 9 open member. So, Mipla need him this additional electorate, not just because of funding part of it, but also in terms of service delivery. Because Mipla can justify in terms of population, and in terms of landmass.
You're watching Olsem Wanem. When we come back, we take a look at education in West New Britain. is Olsem Wanem. Education is priority in all provinces, and for West New Britain, creating more educational opportunities for their children and youths is among the 3 priority areas.
Education is a vital tool for development anywhere in Papua New Guinea, and West New Britain is no different. There are currently 102 community schools, at least 3 provincial high schools, 2 secondary and 4 vocational centres. And with the literacy rate at 73.9 for males and 66.9 for females, the provincial government is adamant on establishing more effective education facilities to cater for the growing population.
The education and health sectors, they are priorities in this province, the number 1 and the 2nd priority within this province. We are aware of our basic standards that we've had here. They have not been really good, but over the last 4 years that I've been here, it's progressed up. And we're not saying that it's up there amongst the best, but the main thing about it is that we are aware that we have a challenge in those 2 priority areas that we need to deal with, and therefore basically looking at a holistic approach to how we provide better health services to our people here, and how we provide a proper foundation for the education of our children here before they go out into the tertiary institutions is quite important for us.
Kimbe Secondary School is 42 years old and is one of the province's most successful in terms of graduating students. But they too are in dire need of adequate manpower to teach specialized fields.
The school itself is a very old school, started in 1971. That would be 42 years now. The school would be that old.
Anyway, West New Britain, our education system is very good. Provincial government is very supportive. Kimbe Secondary School became, like the transition took place in 2001, when our first grade 11 and 12 came in, especially the 11 that year. And then they did the first grade 12 in 2002. With our product, the type of students we had that year, we produced a number for the first time. Some of them are doctors down there now in our own hospital, Kimbe General Hospital. Others are everywhere in other general hospitals in the country. And we are proud to say that as we stepped into the taking in grade 11 and 12, we have done well.
Formal institutions are not the only ones that desire assistance. Youths in and around Kimbe would also like to be given more opportunities in vocational training.
Side ball mangilo drinks lang because oleto liskeli moleto se molino kat opportunity so imila stopim disla kain namba nidim planti police post la kamin side la province la mipla lo control mo youths la mipla.
You're watching Olsem Wanem. After the break, we take a look at other priority areas in West New Britain. This is Olsem Wanem. The West New Britain provincial government, under the onus of Mr. Stephen Raphael, is doing their bit to ensuring the province gets the most basic services out to the rural population. And the administrator says this is also the right time for the province to showcase what it has to offer.
We dearly wanted to provide this opportunity for our people in West New Britain to participate, but to also watch the other provinces that were coming in to perform here. The other big thing that we wanted to do, although the marketing has not been that good, I must admit, was to actually showcase this province. Because it's such a beautiful province.
After spending 1 term as the provincial administrator, Mr. Raphael has travelled extensively to the districts and LLGs to make an assessment of what the locals need in terms of service delivery.
I came in 2009 I was at the national department before, and obviously there are a lot of assumptions at the national level. We think we know what is here in this province or in the provinces, and we think that we have the best policies that we could give to our people. But coming down here in 2009 and after doing the patrols and having sat around to look at the functionality of the administration here, I found out that the reality in the provinces is quite different, and the needs of our people are quite mundane, very basic, and yet we talk about very big things.
In 2011, the administration started work on the Provincial Integration Development Plan, which was launched last year. The theme of the plan is relaying and rebuilding the foundations for prosperity of the people of the province.
That theme actually captures what we've been trying to do in the last 4 years since I've been here. I think most of the infrastructure and most of the functions, if you like, the administrative mechanisms and all that, have sort of fallen into disrepair and into a dysfunctional state for the last couple of years. So that's what we've been trying to do. We're basically trying to relay the foundations, strengthen it through maintenance, through the recruitment of appropriate people into the provincial administration.
The building of roads to connect the two districts of Canberra and Gloucester and Thalassia is of paramount importance, as this will allow the transportation of goods and services easier from Kimbe town.
Since this oil palm introduced inside West New Britain, World Bank was continuously supporting through this SADP program, Sustainable Agricultural Development Program. Unfortunately, starting this year, because Kina appreciations, Kina go strong, because this funding all come through US dollar. So value blow money blow all reduce. Now some programs only meant implementing this year too money enough. Now to ali tok wind him down this year. Now me got big concern worry this something, because we are not talking about 1 or 2 million Kina. We ideally need, suppose you talk West New Britain alone, we need him at least 54 million maintaining this all the existing oil palm roads. Suppose we talk including Wara province and by Olsem total 70 million Kina, me need him fix him this oil palm roads. As we speak, me that's all OPK put him on PIP submission, cover him all the oil palm roads inside West New Britain, inside Wara province. Now put him on plus PIP submission 70 million Kina, which me fully endorse him. Importance belong him, because so far national government investing on money look out in this oil palm roads, because it was purely funded by World Bank. But it is time that we also take ownership of that roads, because we bring in plenty economic development inside our country. My appeal is fraction of money they spent in NCD Mosby City, a fraction of money they spend it in Highlands Highway, just a fraction of amount. If government can spend it in West New Britain, it can increase substantially the tax revenue to the government. Because time road good plan, truck bagarap, so company can make more profit and they can make more tax revenue. But right now, national government yet put him on money, but me talk on time national government request him all at least 2014 budget me put him some funding go this oil palm roads. Now same question one time me raise him parliament to works minister, because minister look out him all roads. Me ask him this question oil palm roads. Na acknowledge him. Na takol member support him 2014 kiss him some funding look out in this oil palm roads. Question you me by support him also immediately. Yes, suppose some kind road where immediately damage or it's extremely, like for example this Sarakulak section 8 one bridge bagrap na al wuklo tagolsem though me go spending 50,000 through local company Pacific Development, put him bridge finish al truck company go inside. Me wonder why na truck go na ali tagolsem strong. But me check one time works manager na tagolsem this same bridge you come Hoskins na come through Buluma na you got side logging bridge log bridge. This is the same bridge too. All you working this hap na clear. Why na this company go na collecting fruits belong all. Na me to feel sorry straight.
When we come back, health and social issues. is Olsem Wanem. We take a look at the health service in the province and find out how oil palm has been a benefit to the people.
Maternal health has the highest statistics in the province. Here, women have to carry their own water on the day of delivery, and the provincial administrator, Mr. Rafael, has expressed concern over this matter.
And I still saw women carrying their own bucket of water to go and bear children, and that's, to me, that's tragic, that women have to carry their own bucket of water into the nearest aid post to be able to bear their children. And people were bearing children with torches from the mobile phone. So those are things that we are aware of and we have been able to continue to deal with. But the kind of interventions, if you like, that we are coming up with is basically aimed at trying to ensure that we are not only seen to be doing something about it, but we are actually improving the health statistics that we have, because I think maternal health is one of the major killers in this province.
Tu lo mipla like bring him Olsem Kimbe General Hospital Olsem one modern hospital one time all necessary basic equipment, because the reality is mipla no got basic life-saving equipments inside lo Kimbe General Hospital. Plenty equipments is lacking, even though government allocate finish lo this year budget lo close to 20 million lo purchase him some important basic equipments na give him lo all the provinces. So mipla lo wait him this equipment suppose national department procure him, then mipla tu by kisim share lo mipla lo equip him Kimbe General Hospital. But lo next year mipla kisim list lo some important equipments where hospital desperately need him. So mipla yet can buy him this because one important aspect of this provincial health authority. Na through the PSIP me allocate him money finish lo kisim two mobile clinic through lo road. Minimum Olsem one bus by converted come up Olsem clinic. Inside by got ECG, inside by can check him blood, na you can check him urine, na basic equipments low. My idea is Olsem suppose me like building plenty 8 posts, and by taking time. But my concept is as long as you can travel, go one place to another place, na you may distribute him medicines, na give him basic treatment, me can still save him plenty lives.
Another one of the major challenges in the province is the acquisition of land by oil palm plantations like those in the Talasea district.
One of the major challenges that I have actually faced and tried to deal with is the way that we've spent our earnings from the oil palm industry. I mean, when I came here, there was the oil palm was paying at about 500 kina average per ton, and so there was good money coming in. And given that the crop, has got an economic life of about up to 20 years, and there is not too much manpower intensive, involved in looking after it. There is bound to be long-term benefits coming out of it. And the turnaround time that we've had for the payment of oil palm to our people here is about 14 days. It's not 30 days, it's 14 days. So obviously it's income that's secured, if you like. The average per capita income that we've had here, based on the kind of the payouts or the prices of oil palm at any given time, you're looking about an average per capita income of about between 2,500 and 5,000 kina per 14 days. It's basically for those people that are involved in oil palm. That's huge for our people here. And so the challenge that we face is how we save that money and how we turn that into other wealth. Look, like creating other avenues where you can be able to grow that money that is coming out of oil palm. By and large, I mean, there's a huge disposable income that's there.
The provincial government is concerned with the current trend of expenditure by the local landowners or block owners. The mentality of saving for the future is not being practiced.
We can teach our people to capture that money, to save that money. The savings culture is obviously not there. And it's a mindset that we're trying to deal with. So it's quite difficult trying to deal with because of the kind of practices that they have where they, because it's so secured, it makes people complacent. I'll take this lot out, and in 14 days time I will get my other lot. So unfortunately, we've got a couple of statistics that that give us an indication that we have not done very well in this province in as far as the savings culture is concerned, and in as far as uplifting our living standards, almost, if you like. We're not buying the tank, we're not buying the galvanized iron, we're not buying that vehicle, we're not building that good house. We get that regular income, but there's very little to show for in as far as the household income is concerned.
Mrs. Kakavi also expressed concern that most outsiders from other provinces are seen to have overpowered the locals through business opportunities, making it difficult for West New Brittoners to generate a steady income.
In the province, there's a big flow of cash. And even it's a socio-economic problem. Now you come up inside the province. So you look at the same time, there's an escalating rise in problems, especially for women also. They're getting those businesses because this time for Papua New Guineans and the nationals, it's giving it our government. Is that what they call investment in Papua New Guinea? They're giving it away to the Asians.
Any foreigner can start business in this country as long as Ali go na paim this la 2000 kina fee lo IPA. Na Ali give him this la business proposal na cash flow na IPA approves. Then they are free to do any business anyway. That's what Minister Maru lo talk lo against lo Olsem Yumi must got some control measure lo promote him or protect him own business blow also all Papua New Guinea businessmen marry because Yumi no got some kind support government give him long all protect him this la industry because there are some industries are restricted. Me think him time before me no citizen yet long time also it's about 10 years ago also you foreigner shop lo you supposed to also 500 square meter minimum. All these regulations are gone.
We have come to the end of our feature on West New Britain. We'd like to thank the people of West New Britain for sharing their stories with us. You can send us your feedback via email or Facebook. Until next time, bye for now.